Hello my Owlettes, how are you guys doing today? I hope everyone is doing wonderful. We're just going to do a little journal session today because this is how I've been journaling lately, is just adding bits and pieces as I go through the processes. I am working in my creative daily journal, and yeah, so I thought I would just kind of pop the camera on and you guys can journal with me. Again, I'm doing this kind of sporadically, which I'll show you because I'm so like busy right now, and that's the way I'm getting my journaling done. So but I did want to do a little shout out to my shop that thank you guys so much who bought all the cute little funky junky journal charm kits. That's what I'm working on today, is getting mail out, but these were so fun, and I still have several in the shop, so if you didn't get one, go look and see if there's something that appeals to you. So basically what it's going to entail, the kit, is it's going to have one of the charms, which is of my artwork. It's an acrylic charm. It's white on the back, but it has the image on the front, and then it has a wide variety of beads, bells, charms. I'm going to be adding my type of this, I know I just had to go buy some more, but the type of string that I use, it's kind of a heavy-duty hemp string, and I'm going to be putting one of those in there as well. Oh, and there is these guys here that you can make a charm out of. Some of them include a paper clip as well, but yeah, so these are the kind of charm ends I have, but you could add whatever you want if you have something in your stash. So anyway, these were fun. I'm so excited that you guys love them too, and I'm going to be working on them diligently. This whole day today is all about packaging up. So, but let's go ahead and get into our journaling session. So yesterday, which I had a goal, I had to go, I just want to show you real quick before I go into my story, so I'll tell you my story while I'm playing along. But I found these, so I had to go into it's called Round Rock, which is like a, if you're not familiar with the Austin area, it's a kind of a suburb of Austin, but that's where I had to go because I was supposed to be getting my TSA pass, you know, where I don't have to go through all the long line. I'm TSA approved already, pre-approved, and I just go through. So if you know me, nothing ever runs smoothly, and I'll get into that in just a moment. But on the high note of everything, I went by Dazio. They have a Dazio there, and you know, it's never a wasted trip, right? So I found these spiral bound. I've been wanting to try something different. I know, I've been doing composition books for the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and I love them, and I can't even believe I'm going to try to do something different. But as a creative person, you're always like, okay, I got to do something a little different. But I'm going to be actually putting my September, October, November, and December journals in single journals, like instead of doing like the double ones that are in here, since I have a trip coming up in September. October is Halloween. Last year I did Halloween and November together, and I was like, okay, I don't want to have my Halloween cover on here because I'm in November, so that was kind of like something I was like, oh, I didn't really like that. And then December is always a standalone because it's December daily, and you know, it's Christmas. So, but anyway, so with that being said, this paper is super thin, so I'm going to go ahead and do the doubling up like I normally do for the composition book. And I'm going to put my washi. But I don't know, I'm going to try it out and see what I like about it. I love the size. The size is like perfect because it's the same size as my composition book. So I don't know. I'm on the fence, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for September. I got a lot of stuff coming up in September, so this will be good to give it a trial and see. It won't fit, you know, on the shelf, but I don't know. I'm not one to be like everything has to be the same, and I'm really struggling with that right now, which that's a whole nother story. That I find myself feeling like I need to do that, and I'm like, you don't have to do that. You're not. You know, it's okay to go out of that mindset. So anyway, that's another story. Let's get to it. So I just wanted to show you all that. I'll be doing a Dazio haul also, but I went there for a reason, and I'll get into that. I am going to do that video, just like I'm going to do my pom-pom video. I hope to have both of those listed this week. So yeah, but basically what I've been doing is, as you can see, there's some pages that are full, some have pictures, some have just little inserts that I'm going to be putting into the journal. I did this on the last video. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place, but there is a, oh, this is going to go over here. There is a method to my madness, which is get as much journaling as you can, even though it's not in order, as far as like putting the ephemera, pictures, etc. down. And then of course I like to go back and write it. And that's where I'm really trying to make sure that that happens. So, like I said, this month has just been kind of weird, and last month was weird. I don't know. Everything's weird. Just like my little nephew would say when he was little. And I think I've told you guys before, but if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I always hear that on YouTube, and I have never said that before, but hey, why not? What was I going to say? Oh, so he told my grandmother one time, my mother, you know, his grandma, she was cutting up pickles for something, and he was a little guy, and she goes, Mimi, pickles are weird. Pickles are so weird, Mimi. Aren't they weird? Pickles are weird. And I love that. Not me and my friend always say, but pickles are weird. Like out of the clear blue sky, you know, I'll say, oh, pickles are weird. And I also say, oh, I like, you know, another thing we like to say is, I like cheese and pink cake. So, oh, and her name, my best friend's name is Stephanie. And so, I just got something on my phone that says fraud alert. I'm like, I'm so sick of that. Are you guys sick of that? Every time you turn around, there's like someone trying to like scam through email, and I don't know. It's like, what do you know what is legit and what's not legit, you know? That was off subject, wasn't it? This is Brazos going to her first day of band camp this week. It's nearly killed her. Bless her heart. She's been so exhausted. But they're the Buccaneers, so their whole, you know how you have like I grew up in Austin, so of course it's like Hook'em Hortons, you know, but, or Austin area. And then like out here, it's Gingham, which is the A&M, that's Texas teams, right? Two of the big Texas teams. And hers is our, and I love to give her a hard time about it, because they're the Pirates, they're the Buccaneers. They're a bright blue color, and so let's just outline these in bright blue. And when I found this Snoopy cutout from a book that I had, I'm like, oh my gosh, that is just too perfect. So I'm going to put our, yeah, she's been, oh my gosh, so she leaves like at 6:15 in the morning. Or she gets up at 6:15. Maybe she leaves, I don't know, her I've been kind of just being there for her, you know, like not asking too many questions, because she is so exhausted. She didn't get home till like 11 o'clock at night, because, you know, she's commuting, and so yeah, she's just been exhausted. So, okay, Pokey had to come in and say good morning, so sorry, I had to close down really quickly. Y'all probably don't even know because it goes straight into this. But anyway, I don't even know what I was talking about because now I've been sidetracked. But okay, so I went ahead and just add this, and then I'm going to just put about her first day of camp. And I found the most cutest little, oh, where was that? Right here. I love this. You know, I've talked about this before. I should put this in one of the kits. I handed it out at one of the events we went to, and it's like one of my favorite pages because it has all these little, I should have did it in the creative documentary group and kit, but it has the where words fail, music speaks. I mean, it has little quotes like that all throughout this, and I just love that. And so I'm hoping to use every single one of these. But I love this, and I thought that would be perfect for, you know, this little since she's going to camp. Let me cut it down just a little bit so I don't have I have room. And I listened to her music last night that they're going to be playing, and I was asking her, you know, what's the difference between, can you tell the difference between this and high school? And she's like, oh yeah. So I'm not sure exactly the details, but man, I've missed her. Because, you know, we always normally like hear about each other's day and all that, but she's been so tired, it's just, I haven't said a word. I've just been like trying to be supportive, and because she gets very like, you know, when she gets tired. Okay, so moving backwards here. Oh, I got me Starbucks that day. Let's see here on Friday. I think Friday was my apple dumpling day, wasn't it? I think so. Yeah, so I did a kit, apple dumpling. There's still several in the shop, you guys. But I kind of, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm really wanting to kind of like theme my everything around the kits, you know. And so this was my apple dumpling outfit, which was so adorable. It has Hello Kitty on it, has little daisies on it. It's adorable. Let's see if we can find some of my apple stickers. See, if I don't have it with me, that's okay. I'm like, okay, so I added a photo, and then I'm just going to kind of move on and then come back, and I even have some apple things I can put in here. So I'm just going to move on to the next one. Okay, so this was Saturday. This is my, oh, it was actually apple dumpling day, but this was Brazos at camp. She goes, gosh, I look so goofy. But I think I'm going to put it over here because I'm going to tell my story about my TSA, and that's what I wanted to tell you guys. So that's what I was working on last night, and I just was like, it's just typical. So I think I'm going to put like just typical or something like that. But that's what my story is that I went, so I got registered, I called ahead of time, and granted this place is just like, you know, about, I would say maybe a good hour and something from my house, hour and a half maybe. And so we go, it was so cute. They had, I'm jumping around. Let me finish my story. So I go, and of course I make the Dazio trip. I was like, okay, I want to make it into a trip. I'm looking for a bookshelf for my studio because I'm doing some different organization. And so I went over to, so I was like, I was going to make a trip out of it. I was going to go to the, a thrift store over there that usually has a bunch of furniture. And then Dazio, I had to go by Hobby Lobby, and then I was going to do my TSA thing because it was like at 1:40 in the afternoon. So I do all this running around. It's so hot here. It's like 101. I mean, it's not like it could be, but it's still hot. And the stores seem hot. And anyway, I was just like, oh my gosh, I just want to get home out of this heat. But traffic was not bad, so that was a good thing. So anyway, we went to, went over there, bring your driver's license and your birth certificate. So I go over there, have all my documentation. In the meantime, you guys, I just realized that my driver's license had expired. So I got that renewed, you know, did that everything online, which was very easy, and I was so proud of myself. It's the little things in life, right? So I go over there, and oh, I have to tell you about these googly eyes. And we were going through the process. Okay, so being that my name is Rebecca, right? I also have a name that my family calls me, which is Becky, which everybody knows that Becky's short for Rebecca. And long story short, I have challenges because that always becomes an issue, it seems like, whenever we're doing, like, buying a house, I had, like, it was like, they called it, like, so many different names. I had to sign all this different stuff, blah, 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 blah. It's not, I mean, I don't really understand it, but okay. So I have my driver's license that has my first name, my maiden name, and then my married name. And my birth certificate, of course, has my name, middle name that my parents gave me, which is Ann, by the way, and it does not have an E, and my maiden name. Well, lo and behold, I get there and we go through the process, and when I did my application, I used my regular name without my maiden name as my middle name, right? And I don't even know why I did that on my driver's license. I guess because I was just like, I remember them asking years ago, you know, when I got married. And so anyway, did all that, went through that. Well, then one of the questions was, does it match? And she said, oh. And she was very sweet. I mean, she was, but I should have been like, listen, lady. But it's like one of those things that you feel like no matter how much you argue, they're not going to go because it's like this really high profile thing, you know? So I was like, I'm just not even going to go there. Well, anyway, the bottom line is I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it because which is obvious, you guys, obvious that my married name is not going to be on my birth certificate. Of course, she says, well, now, you know, we need a documentation that shows where you changed your name when you got married. And I asked my best friend and I asked my sister, and they didn't have to go through that. So now I have to go back, figure out how to go back over there. And, you know, it's not a short trip. And she's like, you could come during the week. I'm like, oh, can I? I know, I'm being sarcastic. But I was very irritated because I'm like, this is just typical stuff that happens when I try to do anything like this. It's always something comes up and I have to go back several times. My mom says it's our luck. But anyway, because I even called my mom. I was like, you're not going to believe this, because I was talking to her on the phone. And anyway, long story short, so frustrating. But so I didn't get it. And my sister asked me to do it because we're about to go on a trip in a couple weeks. And she said, oh, it just makes it so much easier. But I don't travel a whole lot by airplane, you know, to be honest with you. So I know it lasts like 5 years and it makes things easier. But I'm like, I got to just get over the fact that just suck it up and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And I was telling my friend, she goes, oh my gosh, I didn't have to show that. She goes, I don't even know where my marriage license is. And, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know. Anybody else got some 2 cents on that? Because I don't know if she was just like nervous, and the fact that we got kicked out of the system to begin with because of my middle name being different on my application versus my, and it really is just that I included my maiden name on my driver's license versus my middle name. I don't know, it's so frustrating. But anyway, let's move on to fun matters. That was my day yesterday, but I can't say it was a total bust because I had so much fun at Dazio, and I can't wait to show you guys what I did. Especially going into a new program, a new planner, new journal. It's kind of like exciting, you know, to me. So, but eyeballs. You guys, oh my gosh, this was so funny last night. Kind of funny because my dog was not thinking it was funny and he was driving me crazy. But my husband bought these funny eyeballs and a pumpkin and put it way out in the front yard, like by the road. And you could see it from the house. And I was like, what in the world? And I don't know. I was just like, what is the deal with eyeballs? Well, I didn't know what it was. And I was like, someone's sitting out there in the car, I guess. So, because it was like, kind of like yellow, greenish, and then, like an orange. And I didn't have my glasses on, so I put my glasses on. I still couldn't see. I got the binoculars. I was trying to figure out what it is. Pokey's going mad. So I go and I'm like, I watch way too much paranormal stuff because then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's aliens and they're out there to get me. Okay, yeah, maybe not. Anyway, they were eyeballs that glow in the dark when they're set on light, and of course my husband thought it was so funny. But yeah, moving on. So that was funny. That was a funny story. We'll include that in our journal. And then we have our pumpkin. cute. When did Brazos make those? It was last weekend, so this weekend is the 18th. I know, I gotta look. She made apple dumplings, you guys. So that was the 11th, 10th, 11th. Oh my goodness, they were so yummy. I've never had them before. And now, granted, I really should probably put an extra page in here. I'll just kind of, I think I'll just do this. I have this other one, but I've never had apple dumplings before. And of course, with it being Apple Dumpling National Day and the kit being apple dumpling, I was inspired, by the way, because I wanted to do something kind of fall themed, but I wanted to include, but I was looking for like a character, and I was like apples, because I did that, you know, the one apple character that I did, and I was like, you know, I could do a strawberry shortcake character. It was apple dumpling, and yeah, it's really cute. So I'll tell you what happened on that. So I wasn't sure whether I should do a fall kit right away, because even though the next kit's going to be Halloween themed, I was kind of like, well, should I do Halloween? You know, it's August. I should have done just a full fall kit, but I was on the fence about it because I started buying stuff for fall, and then I was like, maybe it's too early, and I said I'll do the apple kit because apples still fall to me. You know, you start doing the apple dumplings, you go apple picking and all those things. Well, everybody loved the fall kit because I know we're all ready for fall. Not everybody, but almost everybody. Or everybody keeps telling me that they're ready for fall. Some people love summer. I am not a summer person. Now, in my 20s, I loved summer. Now, not so much. But I did go thrifting because I was looking for a shelf. It was a bust. Didn't find a single thing. So that's that. And I'll write about Brazos' apple dumpling, and I did include a recipe card on that in that kit. So I may put that in there. So yeah, so there's still quite a few of those left in the shop, which everybody was ready for fall because I had another additional kit called A Girl That Loves Fall, and that sold out like that. I mean, it went. So I'm like, okay, that's what I'm saying. Almost all my peeps here must love, all my Owlettes must love fall like I do. So okay, let's see here. So that is that. Oh, I wanted to work on really quickly. The last thing I wanted to do before I have to start my day because the family is waking up. Back in August. Wait, we're in August. Gosh, I'm losing my mind. Okay, August 3rd. My son turns 25. So I wanted to do just like a super fun little collage page here. And so I thought I would try to, it may be one of those things that I add as I go, because I couldn't really find as much birthday stuff as I had thought I had. And, oh, I did have where was that? Oh, yeah. I did have this I wanted to use. And he was actually out of town for his birthday. And so I told him, I said, did you get a picture? And I'm so excited that him and his friends, they did a birthday cake and, you know, went to a nice restaurant and had fun. And I know he's 25, but we did go have breakfast the other day, or a breakfast brunch the other day. But he likes this tart, and I do want to try to make him a tart for his birthday still, even though it may be later. So I'm just going to start doing like kind of like collaging some stuff on this page. And it'll be kind of a work in progress as I find more stuff to fill it up. I am going through my So I'm trying to organize my ephemera, you guys. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh wow. I bought these containers from Dazio, which I'll show you guys when I do my haul. They're clear, and I just bought one the last time I was there, and I put my stickers in it, but I loved it because it has these lids on it, and they stack, and so, but they're small enough, you know. Anyway, I have these little birthday stickers. But anyway, I bought a bunch of those to really to try to get organized. That's why I wanted a shelving unit, to really, like, I have space over here to my right, and I want to put the shelving and then have all, like, supplies and stuff on there. I have so much supplies, that's the problem. But this is being like ephemera pieces. So, so yeah, let's just add, oh, this little guy's cute. So yeah, so I'm just going to add just bits and pieces on here for now, and then I'm going to finish filling that up with something. I don't know what yet, but my little bubbies. This was his little card. Oh my gosh, Zachary, I got to spend, you know, 2 years at home with him. When he was born, so this was a little blue cart, and I mean, even though it was on carpet, so he couldn't like drive it, he would crawl over to it, he'd open the door, he'd get in, get out, get back out, get his tools, whatever. I mean, I had hours of entertainment just watching him. It was so sweet. So, all right, you guys, yeah, so that's it. That's kind of like my journaling session, and then of course I have to go do things. I still have some more pictures I need to put in, but I don't have, I didn't put any backings on this. What do y'all think of this new dress I bought, by the way? Isn't it cute? I had to wear it I love it. It's really cute, and it's orange, and it just reminds me of fall, so I'm totally ready. But anyway, so yeah, so that's kind of how my journaling sessions have been. Little bits here and there. I need to get after it and write in here. We did have a family member pass away, so I have their thing from their little brochure from the with their obituary and their and I'm just going to tip that in here with some washi tape and put that in there. So anyway, but yeah, so as you can see, it's been sporadic, but even if you work in your journal just a teeny tiny bit every day, I love doing that, because to me it's just like that little bit of creativity. But I try to sit down and write. That's where my downfall is getting the words down, and that sometimes can be some of the most important, you know, things. So anyway, you guys, all right, well, thank you so much for joining me on a little journaling session, and look forward to this week. I'll be showing you how to make my pom-poms that I was talking about, making with the pom-pom maker, and then I'm also going to be showing you what I got at Dazio and my future plans for my next journal of how I plan to use it. Because as you can see, this has plain paper, which I need my lines. I think I have a plan. So we're gonna I may go through here and go ahead and glue pages and then add the washi. That way I can show you how my plan is. But I'll be sharing this at the same time that I do my little Dazio haul. So all right, you guys, y'all have a super sparkly day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.